Hey guys, Lunar here, welcome back to another Fallout 4 console mod showcase video for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Today we're going to be taking a look at some mods which will improve the environment around you and make it a little bit more lifelike and less of a barren wasteland. This video is kind of a part one. The next one I'm going to be showing you guys some mods that make the Commonwealth more immersive by improving some buildings, adding in new stuff and that kind of thing, but I'm not going to go into any details on this one. However, if you install the mods from this video and the next one, it's going to completely change the gameplay experience for you guys, and that's why I'm making these videos. So there are actually 7 mods which we're going to install in this one, and they all come from one mod called Green in the Commonwealth version 2.6. If you've got a previous version, it will update for you. And basically, this mod is how it seems. It gives you a greener environment, adds more trees, plants, shrubs, and green textures throughout the Commonwealth, and some areas are more dense than others, usually along main roads and around settlements. If you scroll down even further, it gives you a list of 6 different mods that it suggests that you install along with this mod, one of them being the Green in the Commonwealth mod, which we are on. So there's 5 additional ones, and they are Realistic Sounds by the same person who made this mod, Disabled God Reys and Disabled Lensflares, No Borders mod, Dynavision by Gopher, he's a popular YouTuber, some of you might recognize him, and of course we have the Green in the Commonwealth one, which we're on, and also we're going to install the much cleaner water mod as well. So I already have all of those downloaded, but before we get started, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about load order. And the game actually requires you to have some of these mods loaded in a specific order so they work or don't clash with other mods. And the load order for these mods are exactly how they were listed in the mod that we just seen, and so I'm going to put them in that order. However guys, the load order for this game actually starts from the bottom up the way and not the top down like most people think. And I can prove it to you if we install 2 of these Pip-Boy mods here. You can see that the bottom one, the Nuka-Cola Quantum one, will load in front of the Enclave Plasma one because the load order is from bottom to top and not from top to bottom. So if it was from top to bottom, you'd expect the Enclave Plasma one to load and the Nuka-Cola Quantum one not to show up because the Enclave one had loaded first. So I'm going to show you if I put the Nuka-Cola Quantum one at the bottom, that's actually going to load first because the load order is from bottom up the way. I'm not sure why it's like this, but it is, and so make sure that you put your mods from bottom to top. If some of them are not working, that is probably the reason why. You probably have your mods in the wrong order. So you can see I have my Nuka-Cola one at the bottom, and if we jump in game, I take out my Pip-Boy, that is in fact the one that's loaded. So don't forget to do that guys when you're installing them. So if you take a look at the Green in the Commonwealth, it does give you the order that the mod should be in, so make sure you install them in that order. Okay, so we're going to go into the game and I'm going to load these mods up 1 at a time or 2 at a time depending on which one it is. We're going to start on the much clearer water one, and I'm going to install the Realistic Sounds. So we'll enable those and let's jump into the game. In the game, the much clearer water one, you can't really see anything from the exterior of the water, but when you head into it and you kind of duck underneath, you can see, I haven't got anything to compare it with, but you can see that underneath the water is much clearer where you can see underneath it. So it's not the actual water itself from the outside, it's underneath the water that's clear. The other mod we installed was the improved sounds one. It gives you a better ambient background noise and also gives you a lot more reverb on your fired weapon. So you can hear here when I fire this minigun, you can hear it's completely different from the way it used to sound. And if you head into your audio, you can see there are 2 new options to change the volume of that ambient background sound and the level of the reverb. Next up, I'm going to activate the Disabled Lensflare and the Disabled God Reys mod. Basically what they are, the Lensflare is just kind of like that spots that you kind of see, those light spots when you try to look through the sun in a camera. And the God Reys are actually just the beams of light, which you can see reflecting through the tree here. And if we disable that, you can see the big difference in what these 2 mods will do. Okay, so basically there is no glare from the sun at all, and it really makes a cool effect throughout the Commonwealth. Next up, we have the Dynavision Dynamic Depth of Field mod. I've disabled the Lensflare and the God Reys one, so you can just see this one on its own. And what it does is it increases your depth of field, and basically it will make the background in the distance that you can see blurred. So it's exactly like if you have a camera and you have a low aperture, it will make whatever you can see up close very clear, and it will make the background very blurry, just so that it improves kind of the clarity of what you're seeing up close. This is either a hit or a miss mod. Personally, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I quite like being able to see distances clearly, so this one's up to you guys. The next one, we're going to disable the borders, and this is the invisible borders that go around all of the map. And really the only reason we have this one is because a lot of the mods, especially on the border parts, will clash with the invisible walls. So you can disable that, and it's also pretty fun because you can go out and explore all those areas. And if you see the game here, you can see there are some huge areas where you can explore. Obviously there's nothing in them, but you can still take a look around. So that just leaves us the green in the Commonwealth mod. And I'm actually going to enable this with all the other ones. And you can see here that none of the mods are enabled right this second. But if I enable all of them, you can see there is a huge difference to your environment, guys. We now have loads of grass and trees everywhere. Along with all the other mods that we just seen, it really adds to the effect and makes the entire Commonwealth here really cool looking. And I'm definitely going to keep all of these mods equipped no matter what way I'm going to play. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it looks so much better than it did before. This video is also going to go with my next one, where I'm going to add in some things that will make the wasteland more immersive. So we're going to add in some interiors to buildings, and it's just going to make it a bit more cooler to explore. But anyway guys, if you've found this video useful and you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time for more console mod videos. See you then guys.